Hey, don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. And if you would, like, share, and subscribe. So here we go. Smart arrows are here. The smart arrow. And what is the smart arrow? Well, they're self-learning. That means they kind of like Optimus, they get smarter and smarter and smarter. These arrows are not normal. I will tell you that right now. Uh, so, and what they do is the white arrow gives you a sell signal, very accurate, and green arrow gives you a buy signal. Plan on live streaming from about 8:45 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. daily. Longer if we are waiting for a run to end. I have seen Tesla run from the open all the way pretty much to the close before. It's rare, but it does happen. So what I'm saying is my intention is to end putting arrows on for you at 11:45 a.m. buy and sell signals. However, and the reason for that is I'll go through here. Well, the reason is when it starts to run sideways, you get such quick signals back and forth that I want you to be successful. And if you're trying to trade in and out in a narrow range, you're going to kill yourself. And we want you to be very successful, and you will be. Okay, so we talked about a run. It's rare, but I've seen it. Run, let's see, I covered that. So if necessary, I'll run this thing all day. Within the next few weeks, we will be offering memberships for blank amount, because I have no idea what that's going to be at this point, and a premium membership for a blank amount where you will be able to view the smart arrows live on our Patreon channel daily in Tesla. As we expand, we plan on offering different tickers like NVIDIA, QQQ, SPY, and other tickers. And I will say that the arrows were, I'm going to go through a chart here with you and show you the potential of these arrows here and how accurate they are, how very, very accurate they are. I mean, I get amazed by them every day, how smart these arrows are. It's phenomenal. So where was I? Okay. So we're going to be offering some different tickers, and what I wanted to say was the arrows work absolutely just as well in NVIDIA, QQQ, SPY, and these other tickers as they do in Tesla. So I don't care, as long as I offer it, which one you want to be on, or if you want to be on all of them. I personally, I only trade Tesla personally. Okay, but I have friends and that trade NVIDIA and Tesla and QQQ and SPY and all of them, and it's not an issue for me as time goes along to add those for you. Okay, so there is a lag in live stream. of approximately 7 to 10, maybe as much as 15 seconds sometimes, depending on the internet that you have on your end. And, like if you're on your phone, should be pretty, but depends on where you're at with your phone to some degree, obviously, or if you're on your laptop or your home computer, would probably tend to be a little tiny bit quicker. I don't know your setup, but so there you would end up with somewhat of lag. But if you're looking at a 10-second lag on what we're doing with a 5-minute candle, you're in the game. You're not. A matter of fact, I'll tell you what. Very often when I place my first buy order or first sell order of the day, because I have margin accounts and I go up and down and all around and whatever. If you just want to come and trade with a cash account and trade long, that's absolutely wonderful. So I lost my train of thought again. Okay, so lag isn't 10 seconds isn't a big deal in a 5-minute chart, because like I was saying, very often I'll put my first buy in. Say I'm buying long, I put my first buy in as soon as the arrow comes up. Well, in that 5-minute candle, the movement is probably $4 to $5, well, at a minimum $2, and very often $4 to $5 in these first candles that come out at the open, okay, per candle. Generally about $4 is pretty, $4.50, $5 in a candle. And the price will fluctuate back and forth throughout that candle until that 5-minute period is up. And so what I usually do, just for the fun of it, I don't buy every penny's worth on the first go in. I get my first fill, and as soon as I get it, I'll buy, say, another 25 shares, 25 cents down from my current average price, then another 25 shares, I'm just using this for an example, down below that, and I'll put another 25 shares down below that, and some down $1 down below, because hey, sometimes it dips down there and grabs it. And so then you end up with a much better average, So you may want to initially buy, say, 10 shares, then buy 5 shares, 5 shares, 5 shares. And if you don't get them, you run with what you got, okay? And I personally like to do that. And so lag isn't very important at that point, because a very high percentage of the time, even from the time the arrow tells you it's a buy signal, the price will fluctuate wildly in Tesla in the beginning of the day, jumping back and forth 50 cents, $1 in both directions, okay? And so by placing, once you get your initial buy-in so that you at least know you have some shares to run with, you can't make money if you don't own shares. You can't sell what you don't own, okay? And I just hate it when you try to guess at, oh man, should I buy here or buy there? But you can improve your position by, very often, I get additional shares down below, which makes me very happy, and I have a better average for running up. because nobody's going to pick the exact bottom. Okay, well, you do sometimes, but it's pretty rare. Okay, however, with a premium membership, we have chat in our OBS system. Okay, and if you're on chat with me, and I have access to you, I will send you a white heart instead of an arrow for a sell signal when to get out of your trade. Plus, I'll send you a green heart for your buy signal, and vice versa. So, and chat is on chat. It's absolutely less than a second lag. It isn't even. I can't even tell that there's a lag. I have a friend that he's in a different state somewhere, but so we've tested it, and we know that it's not even a second lag with chat. So that is one way, so that the second that arrow comes up, the arrows know what they're doing. We just have to get it where you can see the arrow as quickly and effectively as possible, because you're going to make more money. If you miss out on 50 cents of your trade consistently because you're lagging 10 seconds, and you're doing 100 shares, you're losing $50 a day. And, so I do everything I can to make it as quick as possible for you and as good as I can. Oh, let's see, what are we talking about next? So we got the heart deal going in chat, and in addition to this, everyone will be notified by sound. You might be out baling hay, you might be driving truck, you might be in your factory working. Who knows what you're doing? I don't know. But you might only trade on your phone. Okay, so you got your phone, and you're on my live stream. Okay, but you don't want to sit and stare at the screen and look for an arrow to pop up all day for 3 hours, So if that's the case, these arrows talk. Okay, you probably surprised by that, but you can't be surprised nowadays. So these arrows are going to say things like, hey, it's a buy signal, or they might say it's a sell signal, or they may say you can't sell it if you don't own it. I'm just teasing there. But anyway, so there will be I haven't decided if we're going to have them actually talk to you, or if we're going to have a bong tone for buying and a different bong tone for selling. And after you've heard them once, you'll know that's a buy, that's a sell. And I think we probably should verbally say buy signal, sell signal. That's not a problem, because then you can just have your headset on, listen to it. Tesla comes on and you're not able to be right where you're at, or maybe you are for the very beginning, and you want to go do something out in the garden. As long as you got your headset on, or can hear the noise on your phone, and we'll have background music, light background music, so that you know the thing is functioning, because they're not going to talk the whole time. Because I trade too, and uh, I go by these arrows, and these arrows are what this is the ticket. So so the arrows talk. Absolutely, I mean, like I say, they're smart arrows. These ain't normal arrows. And the most important part is and I'll go, like I say, I'm going to go through this chart here with you that you're looking at shortly, and I'm going to explain the HEIKIN ASHI reverse engulfing method to you, and how these arrows know what to do it's unbelievable how good they are. I don't know of another arrow system or any trading system that's going to give you as good a signals as these arrows will. If you want to make, when the open comes, if you don't know the direction it's going to go, you're batting 50-50. But if you know what way this bus is running, you're golden. It's as simple as that. And you don't need to trade more than an hour or so, or a couple hours at most, to make your money. A matter of fact, I would recommend you don't trade any longer than that at all. And like I say, if we're in a runner, we'll run with it. Okay, so where was I? I covered that, talked about the 5-minute chart a little bit. Okay, so let's, why would I want to start trading pre-market, okay? The reason I want to start why do I start trading pre-market a little bit? No, you don't have to. You don't have to do anything. But the reason that I start pre-market isn't because I want to make an extra $2-3 per share prior to the market opening. It's because I want to make sure I am in the trade prior to the market opening. And sometimes, if you're not, you're going to miss the bus, okay? And now on this one, that's not the case. We've got the buy signal right on the 5-minute chart on the first green candle, okay? But I started back here at, what time did I start? This is Thursday, 7:55 a.m. I went short, okay? I picked up $1.50, and I got out, got back in. Matter of fact, truthfully, I didn't even get back in at that point, but I did go short here, and it wasn't good. It was just basically a break-even thing. I might have made 50 cents, and I'm back in again, okay? Approximately 211 and a half, okay? And out up here at around 218 and a half, so about $7, okay? And I actually did better than that. I'm saying even with your lag, you should pick up $7 run. $7 run, if you got 100 shares, is $700, and you didn't even, you were into the day for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55 minutes. If you started over here, you were in it for an hour. You traded for 1 hour and you made your $700. Now, here, when you exit your long position, if you have the ability to go short, you go short, and you'd pick up about $1.52 coming down here. And this candle right here is one of the reasons that I just say, if you get a run up and some coming down, give it up for the day, because this is a legitimate buy signal right here. but you're not going to make money on this because it's one 5-minute candle and it reverses. We're dealing with a supercomputer playing against us, and this is a legitimate sell signal. Okay, we have a back-to-back, and we got in between them is a measly indecision candle. So during this 15-minute period, you're probably going to lose on this buy signal. You're going to probably lose 50 cents, maybe even $1. But if you go short, you'd get your dollar back, whoopee doopie, but then you'd be on this green arrow, okay. And where'd that go? You're going to pick up $1.50 again. Throughout this day, I played the whole day through, and I believe I ended up with like a $20 profit per share. $20. Every share I had, I made 20. It was a good day. It was a good day for trading overall. Okay, 19 or 20 bucks, I believe it was on that one. And did I make 10,000 that day? No, but I made close to it. Okay, but I'm not going to go to the end of the day, because if you look here at the range, okay, we're at 214.70 on the bottom, and on the very top we're at 217. It's at best a $3 range, and it was only really not even for the most part, you're running in at best a $2 range, in and out. That's scalping. And if you're not right on top of everything, there's too many times that it switches direction on you to be all that beneficial, in my opinion. I mean, you can do whatever you want. Oh, I think that was Friday's deal. Let me back up and get you Thursday's. This I was wondering when I was looking at this day here, I was just under 5,000 that I picked up. Friday was not near as good as Thursday. I'm looking at the wrong chart. This is the one I'm wanting to show you. Okay, so here on Thursday, okay, here we go. Now look at this. The buy signal. This is a 5-minute candle. You couldn't go wrong because it's a small candle. But it took 5 minutes to form from 204.36 on the bottom to 205.10. And you're going to get your fill in this green candle. But it's prior to the open. Now, there is a buy signal back here, right here. And this is where I entered, okay? I entered back here on this buy signal at 7:15 a.m. because I'm awake and I'm crazy. I say 8:30 on my deal, or 8:45, but when I start doing it, I'll stick it up for you guys. But anyway, so I was in here. I picked up a couple bucks, got up here, got a sell signal, immediately lost about 75 cents per share. Okay, so this, because it gave a sell signal, a couple candles later we get a buy signal, and it went nowhere. But if you're not in the game, you're not going to be in the game when the run comes. You're not going to know, and I don't know, and nobody knows if this thing's going to go down instead of up $10, $12. It could go down $10, $12. So if you don't enter the short position, well, if you only can go long, you're not going to enter till here, obviously. But if you have a margin account and you're playing that game, which I do, if I don't enter this one and we get to run down, and if I go back a few days here, you'll see a down day where she goes $10 down at the open, okay? So you have to be in the game. But if you're only going up, well, if you're only going up, you're buying right here in this candle, and you got a beautiful fill because you can't even hurt yourself in that candle. 204.50, and you're gonna get out in the middle of up here with that sell signal at 214.75. So you absolutely are gonna make $10 going straight up, okay? And what I like about the HEIKIN ASHI, and what I really like about these smart arrows that are different than any arrow based on all kinds of moving averages or whatever they do, is you see this bear flag right here, okay? Very often the HEIKIN ASHI will keep you out of, well, I shouldn't say that. You see the bull flag right here. It did not reverse position. It gave you a sell signal, and it at least ran it out until there was a legitimate buy signal. Okay, but here again, you're moving sideways in a $1.50 range. You're just gonna kill yourself. So after this point right here, which brings you to the 1130 area, 1140, give it up. You probably don't have a margin account to go short anyway. And if you buy here, you're going to lose 50 cents, maybe $1. If you buy here, you're going to lose 50 cents, maybe $1. If you buy here, you're going to make $1. Okay, but you just lost $2 of your profit, and then you made $1. And then if you have the ability to go short, you're going to make $1. So that the HEIKIN ASHI smooths it out as much as possible to eliminate the bear flags and the bull flags. But if the market's moving completely sideways, nothing can help you. I'll give you an example of how good these candles are. Or I mean these arrows. Okay, so here you have a buy signal. It's a beautiful buy signal. And we come up here and we got two bear flags. If you're in a 2-minute chart or a 1-minute chart, there's 6, 7 candles going down. You're going to be out of your position. But this arrow is so smart that it knows that this is not a legitimate sell signal, and it keeps you in your long position. Not only that, they do it again. The way to market makers, they want you to exit your position prior to the top, because you make less. If everybody makes less, they're eventually going to have your money. But the HEIKIN ASHI arrow here, this arrow, the smart arrow, more often than not will keep you in the game. so you have a bear flag there, you have a bear flag there, and this thing kept you in the game, and you got right up to the top, and you're out in the middle of this candle. So you got to make a couple bucks, okay, and it adds up. And it's fun. There's no doubt about it. But the other thing is doing I'm an older guy, and 7.5 hours on this thing every day is going to be more than what I can deal with. About 3 hours from 8:45 to 11:45. I watched many live streams saying that you should just don't. At 11:30, that's when they go stop loss hunting or whatever they call it. And you don't need a stop loss. You're going to get a sell signal. You got a buy signal. You're going to know when to sell. If you want to short it and try to make an extra $1 or $2, go for it. And when you get that buy signal, get out of Dodge. But as far as my own self, I'm past 11:30, 11:45. I don't want to be in a trade. And I certainly don't want to be in a trade overnight. Now, why take the risk of being in a trade overnight? It's total insanity when you can just make your money each day and start the new day fresh with your little arrow that's going to tell you buy or sell right out of the gate. And as long as you start doing it, you're going to be on top of it. The only reason I have these lines on here, this is the 50 moving average, and this is the yellow one is the 200. And I like to look at golden crosses and death crosses. If it's up on top up here, it's the death cross. Down here, it's the golden cross. And that, other than for fun, in a 5-minute chart, sometimes you get $9, $10 on a golden cross or vice versa with a death cross. So, but I am not playing that. And this one here is simply a 21 moving average, day moving average. And, but it has nothing to do with these smart arrows. So, hey, it's going to be exciting in a couple weeks when we get this. Well, I will be running live on Monday, like I say, 8:45 a.m. You'll get to see the arrows appear. Come and watch the arrows appear. You can watch them and trade if you want. It won't cost you a penny. But in a few weeks, in order to see the live trading, and then each day after the close, I'll come and go through the daily 5-minute chart and what transpired is kind of the plan. But after the fact. But so, Grandpa's all excited about these arrows. I mean, these arrows, they're terrific. They're terrific. Now, sometimes the arrow will. I can't remember which one it was on exactly, but it was just phenomenal. It gave. I think it might have been right in this area here, where it gave. No, it wasn't there. I'm trying to think where it happened. Maybe here. It was trying to give a buy signal. All right, so you have a sell signal here, and this is a legitimate buy signal. This is the spot right here. And it was trying to, it literally did give a buy signal. it gave a green arrow here, and before this candle was finished, it took the arrow away and just took it away. But for just seconds, it put a green arrow there because it was a buy signal, but it was smart enough to know prior to this candle starting that it was going down. And so it took the arrow away so you could take your run down. Otherwise, you'd have been in and out and lost the buck. That's the way it is. So yeah, are these arrows good? You know it. They are good. They're really good. Okay, well, I'm going to quit talking now. Hey, think about eternity once in a while. Grandpa does. See, well, I'm going to probably come tomorrow and do another short live stream about the arrows and the candles and explain HEIKIN ASHI a little bit probably, but otherwise 8:45 a.m. Monday we'll be live, and you're welcome to come and look at these arrows appear on this 5-minute chart in Tesla. So we'll see you then. Bye-bye.